Good Sunday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Jason WA's Revolution down here in the Sunday morning cave. That's right. It's 10:30-ish. It's about an hour away from the bowling league, the adult junior father-son bowling league. And while the kids are playing their Nintendo Switches and their PS4s, respectively, I've decided to come down here and take another closer look at an item in the collection. And if you have watched the channel, you'll see where I'm sitting. And if some of you real watchers of the channel will know that there's a space missing, because we're going to take a closer look at something that I've never taken a closer look at before here in the cave. You've always seen it in the background, and we've never really talked about it. We've talked about the show that these toys represent, but we've never really talked about the toys. I'm talking about, of course, taking a closer look at my American Gladiators collection. Yes, indeed. But first, the show. The show is probably one of my top 5 most wanted DVD box sets that doesn't exist. I think Glow would be up there, and definitely American Gladiators. Now I know on Tubi or Pluto has an American Gladiators channel, which is just insane. But they're I me, I like to sit down with Season 1, Disc 1, Episode 1, and pop it in the old beta machine and watch it from start to finish. You can't on the Pluto. You got to just watch it where it tells you to watch, and it's important to do it that way with this show, because it was basically a tournament all season long, and the finals at the end of the season. So you had to watch. You have to watch from beginning to end, and I'm thinking there really should be no restrictions at all with that show being released, right? Because I was thinking, well, maybe the contestants would have to sign off, but I think they probably already signed off when they first agreed to do the show, that their likeness could be used. So there's no music, there's no soundtrack. I have no idea why it wouldn't exist. Anyway, I think Mike Adamle. Did Mike Adamle die? I know he did. I know he was a bad WWE commentator for a while. I thought I read that he, suddenly got sick and died. I don't know. I don't want to break any news to his family if they didn't know. Anyway, I loved the show. I loved it. I loved it. It was such a huge part of a block of television during a particular era of my life. It was basically as I got a little older, right? I can't guess, maybe 13 years old. Slightly fading out of cartoons, you could say I was, slightly, right? Because I was still watching Pee-wee's Playhouse. Because the lineup in my head, and I could have this wrong, I could be misremembering, as they say, but Pee-wee's Playhouse at 10:30, wrestling at 11, American Gladiators at 12. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I could have that wrong, but anyway, American Gladiators always followed WWF Wrestling Superstars on our Fox affiliate at the time, if memory serves me. And so that was a big part of my Saturday. That was huge. So I love this show. I love American Gladiators. I love the concept. I love the, if they did it today, right? Everything is just done better then, right? Because if you did it today, you'd have extremely annoying contestants. You'd have, the contestants would be tougher than the gladiators, right? the contestants would be basically going into business for themselves. You'd get a lot of these stupid things from the contestants, showing off the crowd. I hate this, by the way. I love it when my kid does it, but I hate this when adults do it. Stop doing this. You look stupid. The contestants would do that. The contestants would just be like, I don't know. They would be like the American ninjas, ninja warriors taking on. The gladiators would lose, right? Because we have to be animals today. Back then, the contestants were, turds. Some of them were tough guys, but for the most part, they were terrified of the gladiators. And then, like a few episodes, they'd get a little rough with each other, and they'd fight. There's a couple of there's definitely a couple of fights in the gladiators. Scraps, they wrestle around a little bit, but we couldn't do it today. We couldn't do it today. Nothing can be done. Anyway, the toys. Okay, so they put out a ton of action figures, and they put out some of the coolest play sets ever. And the figures, right? The figures are kind of, I don't know. They're very, very simple, very, very basic. They all look exactly the same. They all have the same pose. There's a reason that he's in this pose. It's for the joust. And I'll show you that. But this is Nitro. I think he was my favorite. I can't remember all the guys, but all of the. So you had the gladiators, right? This one is Zap. You had the girl gladiators. You got Laser, right? And they're all, like I said, they're all pretty much exactly the same. We got Gemini, right? We've got I've got a Turbo. I got a Turbo there. All the same. And I think I've got a second Turbo. And this Turbo's holding the joust tool. So this is actually really cool. Like you could, that's awesome. And this is the contestant, right? You had a white guy contestant, you had a black guy contestant, and they came with the helmets, right? So you got these awesome removable helmets. And for some reason, again, now you know how this always goes in my collection, I can no longer find the white guy contestant. Why? Because my children can suck sometimes, and they lose stuff. So we don't have white guy contestant. We have helmet. Okay. That's nice. So now I'll probably find a contestant, and because you can't just have one contestant. You need two contestants. Yeah. Anyway, so this is probably one of my coolest or favorite accessories, the joust. So I have a couple, I'm sure, but this guy would hold the joust stick. You'd hold it, bah 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 bah, and you do the joust. So that's the figures. I've got a bunch carded, nice little packages, nice shape. These are worth nothing. These are worth absolutely nothing. You'll go on eBay and you'll see them, buy it now for $29.99, and you'll see that same auction 46 years from now still sitting there. Nobody's buying. These are $5, guys. I'm telling you right now. These are $5 figures, $5 dump bin figures, the American Gladiators. But they're cool. They're pretty awesome. You got a little card there, shows you what's on the back, shows you what's in the line. Good stuff. So I got Gemini carded. I've got Turbo carded. I've got Zap carded. I think they only made one girl figure. I think they only made Zap, which wouldn't hold up today. That wouldn't go over well today. We've got Nitro, right? These are by Mattel. And then the play sets. And I've got, for some reason, a plethora of helmets. All right, then the play sets. The play sets are amazing. The play sets are ridiculously cool. Unfortunately, these play sets should be displayed, fully. They should be, I'm looking in here to see if they They dropped a figure in. No, there's about 6 Joust sticks in here. So take a look. So this is Joust. Beautiful boxes. Beautiful, beautiful boxes. Beautiful artwork. Love these. Love these boxes. And that's why I have these. Because for the most part, right, so this is the Joust stage. And you put these little jobbers on top of that. You put this jobber on top of that. And now you have a complete Joust platform. You put your figures, of course there's a little pegs and little holes. You put your figure up there, right? You put the other figure on this side, and then you go like that. Then you go like that. You know, it's kind of like, you know, Rock'em Sock'em Robots type thing. And the Joust platforms spin. And while the Joust platforms spin, the two guys spin. And they hit each other. And eventually, you knock one off. So that's pretty cool, right? But this is such a nice, I would love to have unlimited space, and I would set up an American Gladiator arena, right? It would look incredible. But in the packages, they're just whatever. So these have always been a less than important part of my collection. Okay? Joust. Now the next one is destroyed, completely destroyed, and extremely incomplete, right? Just looking in here, no figure. Here's the Eliminator play. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I'm ashamed, but here's the Eliminator playset. And there was a period of time, there was a weird period of time in the collection where I was just looking to get boxes of the items, and I didn't care if it was complete. Many of my board games tucked away in the sump pump room are incomplete. I've never even looked in the box because I wasn't going to play them. I just wanted to have them. So, you know, this is about 60% complete, right? And it's destroyed, and it doesn't, you know, so whatever. Here's the Eliminator. I don't know. It is what it is. Let's see. Any figures in here? No, of course not. But this is Atlas Sphere. Remember Atlas Sphere? A very cool game. Again, destroyed box. But Atlas Sphere, you get in these plastic, you know, bowls, plastic balls, and you would roll around like a hamster wheel. You'd roll around, and you'd try to get to your opponent's platform, but the opponent would ram into you. Very early. I think this is a pretty early Gladiator game. But man, I loved it. I loved this game, and I love this toy. This is probably complete. Like, here's the platforms, right? It's missing some stickers. And the balls are supposed to snap together. But this was a toy that the kids absolutely played with when they were younger. And the balls don't really snap together anymore at all, right? Which is frustrating. But if they snap together, you'd put the figure in there. You'd have the platform, right? And then you would push the ball along yourself, right? So in here I've got, well, I guess it's, well, look at this. Actually, it's very complete. I've got stickers that I never put on. I've got the other cylinder. I've got the other stick. And I do not have the other goal. I am missing the red goal. Right? So that's Atlas Sphere. And very cool. Another completely incomplete obstacle course is the wall. Again, just checking for figures, or maybe Daisy Duke might be in here. No. But this is the wall. Another nice Nice concept. You're supposed to put your figures on each side of the wall, and then like crank them up. But like one guy's cranking on one side, the other guy's cranking on the other, and whoever gets to the wall quicker. Play wise, kind of crappy, right? You're not gonna play with these. Display wise, awesome. Could you imagine a nice Gladiator arena? Now there is also, I'm missing the Gladiator Assault. That is the one box that I'm missing, the Gladiator Assault, which is again is one of my favorite events. And I kid you not, there was a Gladiator Assault. I have not looked in years, but there was a Gladiator Assault that was on eBay for $24.99 with like $15 shipping for years. Years. The person just kept re-upping it, years. Because it's like $10, if that. You know, it's junk. But still great. This one's got a price sticker on it. I can't not say where that's from. I would not be able to. It's ripped off. But anyway, yeah, I need the Gladiator Assault playset. Apparently, I need another contestant, and that's it. If the stars line up and I find a Gladiator Assault at a garage sale or a toy show for $10, I'll get it. But other than that, these are whatever. They sit on the shelf. I've got them. That's the American Gladiators collection. You can tell how over the moon I am about it. It's, whatever. Just one of those things. Not even worth selling. Like, why don't you downsize and make some shelf room? Well, all I would make is this. And all I would make monetarily is probably $50 for all this. So no point in selling it. We'll just keep it and, I have it. Okay. That's another closer look. And that's it. People are wondering where's the channel going at the start of the new year. I don't know. I'm leaning. I'm leaning nowhere. I'm in the middle. We could end it. We could keep going. I don't know. We'll see. We'll make the big announcement on New Year's Day of where the channel's headed. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, because I might be ending it. I don't know. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. I got to walk around the room and pick some more stuff that I might want to show you. The videotapes are coming. My man Bal Ball. And then we'll look at other stuff. That's all. Good night now.